Alrighty, guys, we are back. It's your boy EQ, and up next we have DJ Akademiks predicting Kendrick Lamar and SZA's GNX Grand National Tour will outdo Drake and 21 Savage's It's All a Blur Tour, which actually also featured a ton of other co-headliners. J. Cole, Lil Wayne, and Lil Durk also did prominent legs on the tour, amongst a bunch of other big acts that popped out for a few show run. So technically, the highest grossing solo tour still belongs to Kendrick Lamar's Big Steppers tour, since the weight was solely on his shoulders. Because I dig Baby Keem's music, but let's be realistic here. We all know who everyone was going to see. And Act 1 does not need a crystal ball to safely assume that the Grand National Tour was going to shatter records. This is a stadium tour, and we're seeing footage in real time, packed out shows, stellar performances, and energy that truly translates through our screens, leaving us with goosebumps. Ack also went on to question whether this will be a hip-hop tour since SZA is the co-headliner, but these Drake shows have probably just about the same amount of R&B, if not more. And guys, Kendrick Lamar is going to be able to gross more while also doing it in less time than Drake, given that Drake needed 70 shows to get to his number. But enough dilly-dallying, let's jump right into the video, where we have DJ Akademiks predicting Kendrick Lamar and SZA's GNX Grand National Tour will outdo Drake and 21 Savage's It's All a Blur Tour. And I'm pretty sure that was pretty evident to see after that first show, because those bots are definitely showing up in droves. And Ak has been a lot more pro-Kendrick lately, but he's still trying to move the goalpost by saying it's leaning R&B. Bam, at least 35% of Drake's catalog will be considered non-hip-hop.
Cheat code, right? Like, I think Eminem went on a stadium tour before, but it was just him, right? And
he also had openers and other people that weren't co-headliners, but it wasn't just him. Obviously, SZA's going to be a massive draw, but let's not minimize Kendrick Lamar's impact over the last year. The dude has probably had one of the biggest years an artist has ever had. The dude broke streaming records, had the first diss song go #1, and honestly, it was #1 for a very long time. Even after a year, that song is still at the top of the Billboard Hot 100. So let's not minimize that most of those people are indeed coming in for Kendrick Lamar, but at the end of the day, those two artists definitely have a lot of crossover with their fan bases. I feel like the majority of people are excited to get both of these artists on the same bill.
Nah, that's unfair to do, because we've given Drake the credit for having the highest grossing tour of all time. By the way, let me also try to extrapolate. GNX Grand National Tour. Will Kendrick possibly beat Drake's record of 320? Now, I ain't gonna lie. I feel like Kendrick is so petty, he wants to beat every Drake record. How many dates?
I don't think he's thinking about it that deep. I don't think Kendrick Lamar plans his day around Drake. But if he does happen to beat any of these records, then yeah, man, the dude should celebrate. Because at the end of the day, I think all this is happening organically. You can't fake the impact that Kendrick Lamar has had in real life, no matter how much you want to claim bots. Because at the end of the day, if the public isn't connecting to the music, you could pump as much money as you want in, and it's not going to be a success.
If you ask me, the average gross is going to be around 8 or 9 million. 8 or 9 million per show. Okay? 8 or 9 million on average. Like when you get to a bigger stadium like AT&T, yes, 11 million. But 8 or 9 on average. If we just give him the extra one or two to make it 10, Kendrick needs to have more than 32 shows to gross over 320 million.
Which he obviously has.
Will Kendrick beat Drake's record? Let's count up the dates. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30, 31, 32,
keep going.
33, 34, 35, 36, 37, 38, 39, 40. Now, some of these are arenas, because once he goes overseas, he's not doing stadiums there, right? So once he goes to Frankfurt, like Deutsche Bank Park.
Yeah, but I think out there they actually use the words interchangeably. Even though it says park, more than likely it's a stadium, because again, this is a stadium tour. So that tour record is looking like it's definitely going home with Kendrick Lamar.
Park in Germany. I don't think it holds like 40,000. I don't think
it might hold like 50.
Look, capacity. Oh, never mind. It holds 58. God damn it. So I might be wrong. Hamden Park.
Doing
capacity.
Soccer stadiums.
Oh, these are stadiums. Oh, shit.
Or football stadiums for all the supporters overseas.
It is still awesome.
I don't want to get called out.
All right, let's look at this.
Yeah, obviously, this is a stadium tour.
Capacity. Oh, wow. All these are like 50-something plus. Okay, all right. So if I'm anticipating as long as he's selling around 40,000 tickets, he's going to get $8-9 million. Now, here's the thing. It's a Blur tour. Now, this is what's going to happen, y'all. I'm going to tell you facts. I'm going to tell you the truth, right? I think Kendrick's going to beat the record, okay? He's going to beat the record. However, Drake is going to still have the record on technicality because Drake is going to have the record for shows within
continental
the United
US
States and Canada. Kendrick is going to hit overseas beyond Canada.
Even if he does keep it as a technicality, people are still going to obviously give the title to Kendrick Lamar. At the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar is still going to have the most successful rap tour ever.
July 2nd, Germany, Scotland, which, by the way, I don't know why Drake doesn't do full world tours and shit. Germany, Scotland, England,
Very
Netherlands,
telling.
France, Wales, Portugal, Spain, Italy, Poland, Sweden. So it appears that I think Kendrick's going to have the overall record. However, Drake is going to have a technicality record of shows within the U.S.
Asterisk
and
on
also Canada. So that's what I think, right? The first one, I don't think this was opening night. The second night was 9 million, right?
Bananas, dude.
The third night was 11 million.
Bam, just round that up to 12. It's crazy.
The first night was, what was that? Oh, by the way, he sold 49,000 tickets. Wow.
Imagine an extra 10,000 on top of that. Kendrick Lamar is going to shatter that record.
There's a Twitter account called Touring Data. You guys should follow it. Touring Data. Yeah. They should be giving all the details. Okay. Kendrick is the second black.
Shout out to SZA as well. She's getting lost in all this, but she's co-headlining. This is definitely very, very big for her, and deservingly so.
Man in history to gross over 10 million. Joining the weekend. See?
Woo!
Why was Kendrick fans like
a league of their
That's
own?
What I told you. Anytime you see male black artists, it's the weekend. Because the weekend is just not rap. And he earns the highest grossing concert as a
one
black
of the biggest
man.
pop stars.
Headliner, co-headlining with 11. Okay. He's the first rapper to gross over 10. All right. And they earned their most
Piling up the records
of all time with 51,000 tickets sold. Wow.
He's fact checking in ChatGPT right now. Drake texted him like, "Hey, what the fuck are you doing?"
Okay. All right. Oh, here we go. So far, 4 of 39 shows reported. The average ticket price is $220. 190,000 tickets sold. They have 42 million in revenue, which means so far for 4 shows they're averaging 10 million per show. Yeah, they're beating that fucking record.
1,000%. And that's just ticket sales. The amount of merch that's being moved in that building has to be off the charts.
They're going to beat that record, chat. Not even going to lie to you. Okay? All good. Congratulations to Kendrick. And for the Kendrick fans, I think this is a good time for them to be like, aha, to the Drake fans to be like, we're the bots now, nigga. Like, we're selling 50,000 tickets.
Nah, I'm sorry. We're a little above that. You know what I mean? We're a little more intellectual where we don't need to resort to things like that. In Akademiks, we know how you truly feel. We know you can't hide your excitement.
Which shit, I'll give y'all credit for that. And yes, I could have all type of caveats. Oh well, SZA's doing a lot. Nah, fuck it. Congratulations, Kendrick, for that, right?
Definitely congratulations, man.
Okay. Damn, 42 million already.
Yeah, I'd be flabbergasted too.
If we look at the top 5, top 5 highest grossing. Ooh, hip hop. Now, this is another technicality that's going to happen. Is Kendrick's tour a hip-hop tour? Yes, he's a rapper, but is it a hip-hop tour?
Like I said in the intro, this is just him moving the goalposts. I honestly think that Drake probably has just as much R&B in his shows as this Kendrick Lamar and SZA tour would have. A good 35-40% of Drake's catalog is non-hip-hop by this point.
SZA is an R&B artist, and she's co-headlining. So if we consider this, we're going to have to consider it in one category or another. Is this a R&B concert or a hip-hop concert? Now, I think Kendrick's the A-side, so they're going to just say, if we got to pick one, it's a hip-hop. But, you know, the highest rap tours of all time is Drake, Travis, Kendrick, Big Steppers, Nicki.
Why does he say it like that?
And 50. I'm wondering if GNX will be counted as a rap tour.
Yes.
And that will be another source of nuance. Like, oh, nah, it's really not really rap. SZA doesn't, whatever.
I don't think anyone that's going to be using this tour in their arguments is going to care what is actually classified. At the end of the day, Kendrick Lamar is a rapper. Like Ak said, Kendrick Lamar is the A side. SZA is a major pop star. But let's not act like the majority of the people aren't going there for Kendrick Lamar. Like I also said, there's definitely a lot of overlap in their fan base. But it's probably the best of both worlds for most of the fans.
Somebody said, is Drake a hip hop tour? Yeah, Drake has dropped hip hop artist.
Yeah, but he's a pop artist, right?
Drake's a hip hop artist.
Look at Drake feeding him the information right now. These are your talking points, Ak.
Okay. So, I think they're going to roll.
He texted back, yes, daddy.
This into,
Pause.
Which, by the way, after 5 more shows, he's going to pass 50, right? Or not 5 more. 6 or 7 more shows.
That's 11 shows to get to over 110 million.
Going to pass 50. And he's going to be already, if they count this as a rap tour, he's going to be behind his own record, which is Big Steppers, which is 110. And then he'll pass himself. Then around halfway through the tour, he'll pass Travis. And towards the last leg of the tour, he's going to topple and pass Drake. So I do predict
he might reach close to 400 million.
Hip hop tour, despite an R&B act co-headlining, that this tour will go down as the highest grossing hip hop tour, and I'm going to predict $400 million.
Me too.
I think 400 is going to be a round number. It's going to be I'm predicting the future.
And you know what's going to happen? Drake is going to try to get some type of traction to get his own stadium tour going, because at the end of the day, this guy is a person that really likes to gloat about numbers, and the fact that Kendrick Lamar is basically breaking all his records is definitely going to be making him feel some sort of way. Because how is it going to look optically if he struggles to sell tickets?
Future here, chat. All the K-bots are going to be gleefully celebrating.
We all knew this was going to happen.
All type of references to Drake saying that his last record deal was 400 M's.
He did that in a tour.
And got his 400 M's. Whatever. I think that's what's going to happen. But I think Kendrick is going to roll straight through the 320 and get to 400. Yes, with the assistance of overseas dates outside of Canada and USA.
But also, he's doing it in half the time. So, Ak, I just think you're moving the goalpost again.
Okay, but doesn't fucking matter. Okay? Hey. Y'all could argue on Twitter.
Well, if you want to take out the overseas shows, maybe you should take out the Canadian shows and see where Drake's tour stands. Like I said in the intro, it doesn't take a crystal ball to foresee that the Kendrick Lamar and SZA tour were going to shatter records. That stadium was packed, the energy in there was crazy, and the bots really showed up. This AI stuff is getting really, really crazy. Akademiks is obviously predicting that he's going to do it as well. He landed at the same number I did. I do think it's going to be around 400 million, well ahead of the Drake tour. Who knows if Kendrick Lamar breaking that record causes Drake to rush his own world tour. But even with all that being said, at the end of the day, we have to give credit to Kendrick Lamar and SZA. What they're doing is legendary. As we saw in the data, they're doing stuff that has never before been done. The only person that Kendrick Lamar is really being compared to now is The Weeknd, one of the biggest pop stars out. So Kendrick Lamar is really racking up legendary accolades. But it was inevitable. The dude has had one of the most impactful years an artist has ever had. The culture is definitely behind him, and the industry is definitely behind him. Because we all saw the reaction to Kendrick Lamar sweeping the Grammys. Everyone in that room was ecstatic about it. Kendrick Lamar truly is a GOAT, man. He was before, but now he's pretty much cemented that GOAT status by doing something that has never been done before. Definitely let me know what you guys think. Do you guys think Kendrick Lamar is going to shatter the record? I obviously think he is. It's almost inevitable. Each of these tour dates is minimum 40,000 people. And to put it into perspective, I want to say the biggest arena holds 23. Kendrick Lamar is doing some very epic stuff. Definitely let me know what you guys think. And also let me know if you guys would consider this tour a rap tour. Kendrick Lamar is the A side, like Akademiks said. And honestly, Drake probably has just as much R&B in his shows, because the dude's catalog definitely has to consist of like 35 to 40% non-hip hop. But definitely let me know what you guys think. Definitely hit the like and subscribe button, guys. It does the channel wonders. I really want to thank you guys so much for continuing to make this channel a part of your day. And all the love and support that you guys continue to show this channel on a daily is overwhelming, and probably the biggest reason that I make these videos. I really want to let you guys know how grateful I am for all of it. Guys, I did open up the channel for YouTube memberships. A lot of people have been asking me to activate that for the past year. I just didn't have any time, because if I was going to do it, I did want to include some cool stuff. So if you guys join, you guys will get some cool custom badges and custom emojis. So I'm really excited about that. It's a small way to help the channel, but it honestly goes a very long way. So I'm definitely looking forward to what you guys have to say on this topic. Hope you guys love this video, and I hope to see you guys soon. Another rare moment of objectivity from DJ Akademiks. Pretty much give it a day or two before he's crashing out on Kendrick Lamar again. Or who knows, that Drake crash out moment might be imminent the way he's been giving credit to Kendrick Lamar.